Thanks for joining us today. I'm Amy Sharp here with David Nicholas. Sometimes all the different options for what to do with your retirement savings can feel overwhelming, but today we want to help you make informed decisions on how and where to invest for retirement. And as I mentioned, here once again with David Nicholas, it's always great to be back with you.
Be here, Amy. I'm excited.
Okay, we've got a great topic. Let's get right to it. Many of you are looking for a way to address concerns about retirement, and there are a lot of different options to sort through. So let's kind of take us through some simple ways that we can, understand the different places that we can invest, and save our money. It's all so much more important once we get to this phase of life.
Yeah, I would say you could almost put investments into three categories. The first one is some that we've known for probably simple for most of us. It's the banking type investments. So these are going to be your CDs. These are going to be your money markets. These are generally going to be your safer options, usually have a little bit more liquidity that you can get to. Years ago, the rates were only 1% or barely 1%. Now, thankfully, CD rates have come up. So we can get 4.5%, even 5% on CDs, which is great. So that's the first one. The next is the investment world. So investments are the ones that we think of the most, of stocks and mutual funds, ETFs, even bonds. That would all fall inside of those investment world. And generally, those carry risks. So whether it's stock market risk, if you're buying stocks, maybe it's credit risk if you're buying bonds, but they generally carry some type of risk with the hope that you'll get higher upside return in the future. And then lastly, I would say this third tier that's probably overlooked often is just the insurance side of the investing world. And so these can be things like fixed annuities, and there are a lot of annuities out there, and I'm not really a big fan of annuities, but there's a few out there that can be pretty good, like fixed annuities, like I just mentioned, that will pay you a fixed rate of interest. There's also things like long-term care insurance. The cost for health insurance, we know that we've been paying for many of us for a long time, is expensive, but long-term care insurance can be even more expensive. And one of the things I don't love about long-term care insurance, you may pay for it your whole life and you end up not even needing the benefit. So it's important to know these three areas and see which one of those should be inside my investment retirement account.
Okay, let's talk about ways to understand the different places that we can save and invest our money. That may be a question a lot of people have once they get to this point.
Yeah, and so obviously we've talked a little bit about the market, and so there's this idea that we should have our money in the market for retirement. The market, capital markets are a great place to grow long term. But the challenge is kind of like Warren Buffett. Warren Buffett said it best. He said, I don't want to own a stock for 10 minutes if I'm not willing to own it for 10 years. So many of us look at the stock market like gambling. I'm going to buy a stock today and make it rich overnight, when really stocks are built for long-term growth. We want to own companies today, not because I want to sell them in a week. I want to make money 3, 5, 10 years over time. So it's important to have the right balance between stocks and bonds in your portfolio. And also, are there areas where insurance can have a place inside an investment portfolio?
Okay, there is no one perfect investment for all your retirement money. Do you know how your money is positioned? If you've saved more than $250,000 for retirement, call the number on your screen right now in the next 10 minutes to qualify for a complimentary portfolio risk analysis.